If you're interested in working with a converter on slitting, but you're unsure about pricing, this video is for you. In this video, we're going to talk about the two roll slitting methods and what can impact the price. When it comes to roll slitting, there are two main methods with various price points. First is log slitting, where material is cut on a large roll. This is usually your cheaper option due to less labor time and the lack of complex cuts. Rewind slitting, on the other hand, is where rolls are unwound, slit, and rewound into smaller rolls. This option is generally more expensive because it requires more labor time and it can sometimes involve advanced engineering and tooling costs. The two biggest factors when it comes to cost are your slitting tolerances and the material you're slitting. Sadly, it's not easy to put a price on these factors when everything is custom, but we can educate you on what these factors are and how they affect the cost. When it comes to your tolerances, the more variability you can have in the width of the slitting, the cheaper your cost can be. For example, if you order a 48-inch log of material to be cut down into 5-inch rolls, we would theoretically be able to get 9 rolls and have a 3-inch scrap roll. Depending on your tolerance, if you are able to take 4.8-inch rolls, you can get 10 full rolls, which can save you more money. On the other hand, if your tolerances are too tight, it could necessitate rewind slitting for even small quantities. Now let's talk about how the choice of material can affect the price. Simply put, the more expensive the material is or the more complex it is to cut, the more expensive your slitting cost will be. A good rule of thumb is if you're having problems cutting your material with scissors or a straight razor, your converter will probably have the same issues as well. When looking at materials, it's important you look out for highly extensible materials, metal foils, or thick foams. These materials are notoriously hard to cut and could raise your price. If you think one of these materials is needed, talk to a converter, and they can try to help find a material that is similar to the product you need and is cheaper in the long run. Strouse offers comprehensive slitting capabilities, including log slitting and rewind slitting. We utilize a variety of slitting techniques, including shear, razor blade, and score slitting, allowing us to handle a wide range of materials and specifications. Our specific capabilities are rotary slitting. We can handle materials from 60 inches wide down to a minimum width of 0.05 inches. Lathe slitting, down to a minimum width of 0.063 inches with certain materials. Score knife slitting, down to a minimum of 0.5 inches. Razor slitting, down to a minimum width of 0.125 inches. Shear slitting, down to a minimum width of 0.625 inches. These minimum widths are subject to other factors, such as the type of material being slit and the final roll presentation requirements. Now that you know some of the factors that can affect your slitting cost, we encourage you to look at what is important in your part and work with a converter who can recommend different materials or slitting methods. If you have any other questions about slitting, feel free to check out our Learning Center or reach out to us directly. Thanks for watching.